Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
right.
perfect. Hello all, welcome to a new episode of Masterstroke, sponsored by Samvad. Today we had two games. The first game, Reds versus Greens, and the second game, Reds against versus the Blacks. So, it's really amazing that Reds won both the games, although they were playing two games in a day, the physical and mental tiredness, but still they pulled it off. Really, congratulations to them. And in the first game, Reds played with the Greens. Green won the toss and chose to bat first.
Mm.
Chose to field first. Reds posted a huge target of 176 or
73.
170 runs, and Greens could only make 150. Next, Reds played with Blacks and scored 133 runs. They batted first again, and then chasing a score of 134, Blacks fell short by 9 runs. And but today we have Akshar from Team Blacks and Vikram from Team Blacks,
Yeah.
Arun and Aditya from Team Reds, and me from Team Greens to discuss about today's proceedings. So, first, let's talk about Reds and Greens game. So, I would like Arun to talk a bit about the game. Uh, the first game, Reds versus Greens.
Yes. First of all, like it's a team effort. Like thanks for all, because playing two games, we personally believe like if we win these two games and provided a final happens, we are already a champions because we pulled it off. So that's something which we are like we feel good and the morale is good. Coming to the first match, yes, when you have a start of like 10 overs, 100 runs, and you have almost the entire batting lineup sitting in the dugout. So we were pretty sure, like, yeah, 172, and we scored 172. And then came the bowling, Geeta and Aditya, like, they opened it very well, and followed by every bowler came in. And yeah, I guess unless when Srijit came in, like, we didn't even give any chance. So it was, I would say, a comfortable win, but yeah. But it's
Yes,
better the star to speak now. Aditya.
so, Aditya, what do you think about the game? And especially, this is actually both of yours first season, both Arun and Aditya. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the team bonding and the captaincy?
Uh, should I start?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
Aditya,
Aditya.
go ahead.
Yeah, firstly, thanks for uh, calling me on this show, and thanks for actually introducing me to the club. I was not expecting that I would play cricket and help. So far, it's a super nice experience. Playing season cricket again after a long time. So it's a pretty good experience for me right now.
Yeah. How do you like the club environment?
The club environment is really nice. Like whenever I have played cricket before, it's always been super competitive, and it's more like it's yeah. I kind of tended to enjoy it a little less, but now this is like for
It's
recreation.
also competitive now.
It is, but I mean, it's mostly for recreation, right? So it's pretty chilled, and I like it. I mean, I can enjoy the game better.
Yeah, that's really good to know. And how do you find your teammates? This is probably your first team, Concordia Reds. How do you find it so far?
So far, yeah, the team bonding has been really well. I really liked Charan's captaincy. He's pretty laid back, and he lets you take your own calls on the field, and which is pretty important. And he trusts you with whatever you want to do. So that is always the good thing that a captain should have. And also the fielding changes, the batting changes, and I mean the decisions that he takes kind of gets you the result. So that has been really well.
That's really good to know. And Arun, what about you?
No, that's what, like, as Aditya has covered, like, yeah, captaincy wise, he actually knows like each and every batsman what he does. Like, so even before the batsman walks in, the field is ready. So all it's time for the bowler to put the right ball in, and our bowlers have done that. It's not like he sets the fields and give it to you. He asks the bowlers, and then he makes some small changes. And also there is Prashant. who also gives the suggestion, and also there is Paji.
Haji,
So it's
yeah.
so it's a team like, and Paji keeps on motivating the bowlers. So it's a nice team to have, because for bowlers, like, half the job is done when the trust is given to them. So they bowl freely. So, and that's what these guys are doing. And so captaincy wise, there is no point to discuss on it. Obviously, he is doing really great, and I hope he does very well for EK now.
Yeah.
And what was the talk today in the morning when you had to play 2 games and back to back, and then you have to win all the 2 to get into finals or whatever, if at all that happens. So what was the team meeting or whatever? I mean, what did you guys speak in the morning before starting the match?
I think the main idea was to conserve our energies, because we are not really used to playing 50 overs games anymore. So it was, after a long time we have played like a 50-over game. So the whole idea was to conserve your energy and like give your best at the chances that you get. So that was the whole talk about it. And I mean, we knew that we wanted to win, but it didn't have like a big conversation about what we are going to do. And it was not like
We generally don't have actually conversations.
it's,
We never have. People think like we speak. We never speak. We just say like, "Come on, boys, do well." That's it. That's what happens in our heads.
Great.
Yeah. Coming back to this question, Arun. About joining the club. What do you most enjoy being part of Concordia and coming and playing games here?
See, first thing is like with the season, like the number of times, opportunities that comes. Every person I have heard from Sid and everyone, and like they started from Zami, and so they went till EK. So that is a different story. So even I would play, and that's fine for me. But the club, the members, everyone sitting here, at least I had one nice, starting with Akshar or you, we had some nice talk, and so everyone here is like fun, and especially so the members here are like, it's not like only cricket, as Aditya also said, it's recreational. We are done with the age of playing professional cricket. So it should be fun and also competitive, and both I could see in this club. So, and see, we are having a kind of an IPL now, like with this stuff. I've never seen myself online. So these things are like really nice things. So
the talk shows, and you guys have actually managed it really well.
Yeah, that's really good to know, and thanks a lot for that. And again, going back to the match, I mean, Sattar's innings was something which took away the game. But when Srijat was hitting you for sixes, was there any kind of a tension or any thought that you have to save the game? I mean, any thoughts that you might lose the game?
Not really, because we had they had to go I think at 12 per over.
Yeah, kind of.
He was connecting the balls really well. Like he hit quite a lot of sixes, but I mean, we knew that he was the only guy. I mean, after that, once he gets out, we can easily win the game. So we were a bit tensed when he was actually connecting it, but not that much.
But we had runs on the board, so we were like, okay.
Yeah, that's really good to know. Now let's move on to the second game. Concordia Blacks and Concordia Reds.
And you want to talk about your game? You're from Greens, right? You can talk about your game. Sole representative.
Bro, I didn't talk to my teammates whether they wanted to join or not. I thought I'll just do it for today. So chasing 172, 173 runs. It was a huge mountain. And then after 5 or 6 overs, most of us who were yet to bat, we didn't even want to look at the scoreboard. But then, when Srijat was hitting a few sixes, there was a lot of hope, especially because there was a lot of wind in one direction. And then the ball was carrying towards the boundary. But then, unfortunately, we lost quick wickets. And then, but I think, it's a decent total, 150. We're happy with it. But now moving on to the game between Blacks and Reds. Blacks scored. Blacks had Reds I mean, they had the game under control. The first 10 overs when Reds were 25 for 3 or 30 for 3. Then Sricharan, Geeta, and Aditya, all of them hit some valuable runs. And then
Akash.
Akash as well with 2 sixes, yeah.
Yeah.
They took the team to a decent total. And then Blacks, again, a top order collapse. But then Akshar and Sid tried their best. But unfortunately, Akshar got out and then Sid got run out because of Tushar. Yeah, so that's really unfortunate. Akshar, what do you think about the game?
I think it is a bit disappointing to get this close and repeatedly lose. I think we have had this in the past as well. We're just putting our best foot forward, and we are unfortunately coming short. So yeah, the feeling is a bit somber, I would say, but it's okay. We've still got a lot to learn. There are lots of positives as always.
Yeah. And you, Vikram?
Yeah, I mean, like it's a great learning experience, I would say, because bowling. I mean, especially for me, if you ask me, my main bowling was more in like 40 overs game, which is like the long format of the game, and mostly I was bowling in the middle overs, containing the game, making sure that run rate is under control and bowling with tight spells and not giving batsmen enough room. And when you come to 2020, it's altogether a new game where you know that batsmen will go for you, and you have to be very innovative in your thoughts and the process that you want to put forward. So in fact, I'm learning my game more now, and according to the format, I have to adjust my skills also a bit, and then try and adapt to the situation in a much better way. And I think everyone in our team also is doing the same thing from learning aspect, and they are adapting to the situation also very good. Like you see, Pranav batted well in the last 2-3 matches, and Tushar batted well today, and Sid has been performing consistently for us, and people have stepped in at good times. So all in all, it's a great learning experience, I would say. But yeah, losing continuously is not a good feeling always. But yeah, we hope to turn around this sometime with at least KNCB tournaments where we mix up and play again with new teams always. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, that's really good to know. And Aditya, you've seen stumps flying all over today.
Yeah,
How many people did you get bowled? 3, 4?
3. Yeah, the wind was with me today, so
That's really humble of you. But what do you think of the game? And especially, you've already bowled 4 overs. You've batted a bit. You must have been really tired. But then that performance in the second game, it was really amazing. But overall, what do you think of the game? Where do you think you got an upper hand? Because you weren't really in a good position, but then you managed to turn it around.
yeah, I think when Charan came, especially in the batting, we were quite struggling in the start. So when Charan came to bat, then yeah, it kind of took off, and we managed to put up a defendable score, I would say, like 130. So yeah, while bowling, yeah, the wind was actually really nice, and yeah, the ball was swinging, so that kind of helped me to pick the wickets. But yeah, initially we did quite a lot. Like we took, I think, 4 wickets, but then Akshar and Sid were actually having a really good partnership, and at that point, we were really unsure if we would actually win the game. But luckily for us, and on the kill of Sid, he got run out, and then Akshar, and yeah, that kind of turned the game for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really nice. And what about your run out? I've had a similar experience last year where Shukla hit the ball straight down the ground, and I was 3 or 4 yards out of my crease, and then nothing could have been done there.
No, yeah, Tushar. Yeah, it was Tushar's luck and my bad luck, I guess. But yeah, it was quite a misfortune for me. It was quite funny though. I could have actually, yeah, if I was more aware in the game, I would have actually got back into the crease. But
Yeah,
that's it was like a moment of concentration, and yeah, we were done. So that's the game.
yeah, that's a warning before the KNCB, the games, the much more official games start.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, hopefully he'll be much more careful in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
And Arun, what about you? Today you've opened the innings. You were connecting really well. And how do you feel about it? And how do you feel about the game?
Yeah, first I would say like Vikram, speaking about innovative, he was very innovative with his batting actually. He was playing Gita. He was playing Gita like under this, and we were like, what is he doing? Like, but he was connecting well actually. So
Yeah, he made like 3 of those shots, right?
yeah, 3 of 3, like so. Yeah. So, but coming to batting, yes, Charan, like he already had this long back, like blacks. He want me to go up the order. He had that, and I knew it. So, but yeah, I was prepared for it, and I was connecting it again. Aditya's was a funny run out, but we also had like 4 other runouts, which was funny as well. So it was like Padi, I had a misunderstanding. Then with Ninad, I had a misunderstanding. It was like karma gives you back. So I went.
Yeah, that wall
I
ball
was about to ask that.
It's psyching me out actually.
Yeah, I know it's gone.
He's busy studying, so he's not even looking at the time. So he's that busy.
No.
Yeah, so we're live again, guys. So I was saying that Reds played 2 games today, and then won both of them in a commanding way, we could say. And we were really confident. That's really amazing. Now, I would like to discuss one last thing before ending my questions. I would like to talk about Vicky Scoops, Vikram Scoops. Vikram, to pull them off against
Yeah.
Gita's bowling at such pace. And you
Yeah.
were middling all of them.
Yeah, at least it's a funny treat to watch for people outside because they were clapping hands for every such shot, I would say, because that's very, very different from other people because like most of them play very straight. And I was like, although confident that, we needed how much, like 12 balls, 25 ought to win. And we had 2 wickets. And Tushar was hitting the balls well and some odd boundaries here and there. And for me, my strength is basically not clearing the boundary with the V shape. And I go for singles and doubles there. But I know if I can use the pace of the bowler and then, middle it well through the backside, where towards fine leg or short third man. And I have my boundary there. So that could possibly add 4 or 6 even maybe. And it's not the first time I'm playing. I mean, I've been playing these shots for the last 2 seasons. And I actually connected them very well to even Dutch bowlers who are bowling with greater pace. So in a way, I know I'm confident in these shots. So my go-to shots if that situation occurs, and then I know bowler will be under pressure also if I can just connect one. But luckily the ball didn't go that far, and I just got 1 run. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy that I could pull it off. I also wanted to play outside the park. I mean, it happened. So, but yeah. Maybe next time I'll try to be even more innovative and play like switch hits and then reverse loops and everything. So let's see.
Yeah, maybe you could also pass on your knowledge in how to scoop the balls to other members of the club. It could be handy.
Yeah,
And that's it from my side. Do you have?
But before we close in, actually, we forgot 2 more names actually. Praveen and Prashant in the first match. So they were like, Prashant was like every ball 4 or 6, and Praveen, he was there that 100.
Played like a blinder in the first match. It was connecting really well. And, yeah.
Absolutely.
So those 2 names, like they also like.
Yeah.
And Praveen kept well. He was our Gilchrist. We have named him our new Gilchrist. So
yeah, I think he did better than.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Someone is watching.
If I have to tell from my side, he's a phenomenal talent that we could witness in this tournament from my side because he has been very good with the bat at times when the team needed much from the people when other wickets are falling down, and today his keeping was awesome. I mean, like he was moving his body and getting up and down from squats where ball was bouncing low and high, and he was able to collect everything into his gloves. So, I mean, he is like a very, very good person who learns. I mean, he doesn't show off also, but he practices. He comes for every practice session and makes sure that he learns that occasion, the situation well in the nets and performs well in the match also. So, yeah, well deserved.
Absolutely true. And you have any final thoughts, Akshar?
Well played, Reds. I don't think there is much to say. It was a very comprehensive performance by every teammate, and that's how you win matches. Let it be two T20s or how many other games. If it's played in the right way, the way they did it, I think they can win any match. So, good job.
Yeah, cool. And you, Aditya?
Last thoughts? No, not really. It's a good game. Yeah, it was really fun today. And
Yeah.
glad that we won both the games. I can sleep like a baby now. So,
That's Tiggy's dialogue. Yeah.
Hopefully there'll be a final. If no final, would you regret? Just a last.
not really. I mean, yeah, a final would be nice, but yeah, we have already played them, so it's yeah. It's fine.
Okay, you've already played Blues, so you're
And we
already
have won, and we have won them. Yeah, so the last occasion, anyway.
Yeah, but it is square. I think
Technically, we are the champions.
one game, so I think there is some amount of final settlements of score.
It would be nice
Yeah,
if
but,
it's yeah, that would.
Yes, guys.
yeah, probably we can.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. See you. Have a nice evening, guys, and thanks a lot for joining.
Yeah.
Next week for the KNCB tournament.
Yeah, the Vikram's thing, like only one last point. The Vikram, the question which he asked, it's always better to play the respective teams play their own games, but it would be nice if they give chances from who has performed, like irrespective of where it is, 1 or 2 games. Give a chance. They would also get to know playing in EK or 2A or 2B, or that would be nice. But it's better to stick with your own team, but 1 or 2 games, because we are preparing for the next season also. So
yeah, that's an interesting point of view. Maybe 1 or 2 players rotating here and there. Yeah, I think that's.
And they would also get to know what is EK and what the players are.
Yeah, and probably that usually happens when a lot of having 11 players play a game is something not really usual, which happens. Like only 8 players are available on a certain day. So then you'll have to have 2 or 3 players to play for EK. Like Akshar played a lot of games last year, and then there were other players who were continuously playing for EK. So they get to know a bit of how it goes. That is how it usually happens.
Okay.
But yeah, as I said earlier, having these 4 teams represent 4 different levels of KNCB tournament wouldn't have a balanced fight. Some teams would be completely stronger than the other ones, and then some teams will be completely weaker than the opponent teams. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Maybe Vikram, you can say what do you think about it, and
We can conclude.
end it there.
Yeah, I mean, I also think what Arun said makes a good point. I mean, having experience for people who are playing for the first time, or just getting that habit of how the competition level also varies from level to level, is something one also should experience from just the tournament perspective. Although getting chance or not getting chance depends certainly on the situation and the match scenario. But just that experience of playing there would actually make you feel that you're learning a lot better. So I agree with Arun. Maybe getting 1 player, 2 player every match if the people are not.
Actually, I don't know how much scope is available, because for EK especially, it's more official. They have to declare 16 individuals who are part of the squad. So they can't make more players play just because of giving experiences. They have to play only the 16 people they have declared. So I think there are restrictions on how much they can how much they can do for giving this experience. But of course, the other 3 leagues are free to experiment and try and make Concordia quite a prominent unit. I think it's positive. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
Also, I would like to add one more point to that. The EK team, which now exists, they were playing as a group for a long time. So I think it's also important for the next two teams, the second and third team,
Yeah.
play in a certain group for a long time, so that everyone knows what the other person's strength is, and then you could cover for them, and that's when I feel there's chances of having more success when you travel with a team together, when you play with the same set of people for a lot of time. I think that's when the success rate increases. But yeah, I mean, nothing is really clear. But since it's partly competitive, where there is no relegation or promotion, so we could experiment one or two things here and there. That's that can be only decided on after maybe a week or two after the tournament starts. That's what I feel.
Yeah. But in closing remarks, I would like to also thank the entire team of Sunwaz and Masterstroke. I think it is a nice initiative that has come to fruition. If this is really your last episode, then a big pat on your back. I think you guys deserve it. It's added a lot more fun and elements to this particular event or this internal tournament. I think it's added colors to what we have been doing. It makes the buzz a bit stronger. There's
Yeah.
more expectations, and it's also nice to hear thoughts of these different individuals, which otherwise we wouldn't have heard. I thought the various scenarios where you had all the keepers, where you had the pace bowlers and different guys coming here, their perspectives. It's nice to hear that and get a platform to do this. Thank you, guys.
Maybe it would be nice if we could make of all the episodes small cuts of good things. That would be nice, actually. That
Yeah,
would be really nice to watch some best highlights.
that would be really nice. Yeah, we already made a small video, but yeah, I think now that we have more episodes, we can work on it. And also, thanks a lot, Akshay, for bringing this out. Yeah, huge thanks to Samvad, Ninad, and his team.
Yeah.
And yeah, also, yeah, this could be the last episode. Hopefully not, but this could be the last one. Yeah, we'll try to continue.
Do it for KNCB leagues as well.
Yeah,
That would be much fun.
Yeah, that's something which is also running in our minds. So we have to think about how we proceed with it, because we'll be having people from only one side with us. Of course, people who play on behalf of Concordia, those are the only people who we can have here. And then I think it would be completely biased if you have people from one particular team. It could also turn out to be fun.
But everyone would get to know what's happening, like what happened in 2A, 2B. Instead of looking at the scorecard, there would be some good things, like, for example, today's Aditya's catch. Like, those things would come up.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. That's a fair point. Yeah, we usually have reports